Style brings you the neo-dimensional training with a tab, digital visualization. We have the best-in-class EWM trainer in the market to deliver the quality education and share his experiences. Our approach and methodology to the training is unique. Let me introduce our methodology we believe in. Real-time case studies. We understand that many of our participants did not get any opportunity to visit the warehouse to understand the real-time scenarios. Introducing the real-time business cases every time and building the discussion on available solutions in EWM make the participant easier to understand and remember for life. Visual presentation. We believe human brains understand the process visually faster than the text. That is why our platform to explain each and every object on visual slides and the screenshots. Interactive methods. To keep the session alive, we always believe in interactive sessions and encourage the participants to ask as many questions and share his views and expertise. That really helps and keeps other participants to gain more knowledge. Hands-on experience. We always believe in action rather than words. Assigning the task every end of the session, support the participants to run the practice seamlessly, preparing for the mark tests, etc. This is where we believe. And finally, the strength of our training. Mentoring even after the course. Our service is unique because we believe in after sales, meaning we always be in connect with the participants even after the course completion. The participant can always be in touch with us via WhatsApp or email. Thank you for watching and let us get to the agenda today. Hope you enjoy our presentation. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and follow. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
What exactly a warehouse order? Can anyone?
This is like all the warehouse tasks are assigned to warehouse order.
Yeah. So warehouse order is a work package, like it's a group of warehouse tasks. Okay. So when I say a group of warehouse tasks, so how on what criteria, like how the system is grouping together of different warehouse tasks into one warehouse order. Okay. So that's the question now. So basically, this is the one which we define in the system. Okay, warehouse order creation rule. This is what we define for the system to understand which all warehouse tasks it has to group to create any single warehouse order. Okay, so let us move ahead. So what does it say? What is a warehouse order creation rule? It's a schema used to create a work package for operators, that is a warehouse orders. So what does this warehouse order contains? It basically contains the list of warehouse tasks. So what is the criteria are we defining, and like how the system is understanding on to group a different warehouse task. So this is where we have this warehouse order creation rule. So under this warehouse order creation rule, we have a few criteria, okay, which are important to discuss right now. In fact, there are other things, but I would like to take you to these important things. First one is the activity area. So what is an activity area? Activity area is a logical division within the warehouse to optimize the warehouse operations. So it can represent a single storage type, okay, or it can represent a group of storage bins from different storage types as also by by combining the activities that can be a put away or picking or internal movements. Okay, so let us stick to this point now that we have one activity area which is T010. So we can also have other activity areas like T020 or T030. But here we would like to group together a warehouse task which belongs to same activity area, so that the warehouse optimization can increase. So if the warehouse task belongs to one activity area and the other warehouse task belongs to another activity area, so then the put away activity will be different, difficult. So he has to again travel back and coming back to the another activity areas. That's why here the first criteria, okay, to segregate, okay, the open warehouse task to create a warehouse order would be the activity area. Okay, any doubts on this, guys? You understand? You can recall, right, what activity area is? So this will be the first criteria do we see, okay, we do see to group together. And the other one is an item filter. So basically based on the weights and volumes, etc. Like for example, you have a warehouse task which has which is a very big pallet, and the resource which task or order is being created, okay, and has to be assigned to any resource here. Okay, so now let us try to visualize yourself, like what happens when a warehouse order is created. What happens, like it will be assigned, a work package will be assigned to an operator and start executing the warehouse task within the warehouse order. what if that resource is not capable of handling that particular pallet? Let's say you have a small forklift which you cannot handle a big pallets. Okay, so there should be another resource which can handle that kind of pallets. So that's why you want to sort it. So when something is assigned to any one operator, he has to execute all the tasks within that warehouse order without any technical issues. So that's why here you see in the item filter, we will try to sort and segregate based on the weight. So I would say I can only group together the warehouse task which belongs to activity area T010 and which has a weight which is less than 200 kilos, because my forklift can handle only until 200 kilos. The rest one, it has to be created as a different work package. Okay. And the third one is a limit, applying limit on how many warehouse tasks should be in one warehouse order. Means how many warehouse tasks, what can be your volume, what can be your size of your warehouse order? Can it be like how many tasks you want to execute under one warehouse order? So that you will limit. Okay, you will limit by using this criteria. So if I will say I need only 2 warehouse tasks per warehouse order, that criteria I'm going to maintain in this part. Okay, so like you all these things basically you use to optimize your warehouse operations here. Okay, so this warehouse order creation is a very important topic. You may get a lot of business cases when you from the client. So I hope you guys are clear with what a warehouse order creation rule is, so that a task, okay, a task which operator cannot execute can't be assigned to him. It's a waste of time for him. Okay, and that can reduce his efficiency. So only those tasks assigned, can be assigned which he can he technically he can execute it. So all this, in order to, again, in order to increase the efficiency and the optimization, you do use this schema. Okay, so let us take one case here. Okay, so let you see here we have a 6 warehouse task which belongs to different activity areas. Let's say one belongs to T010, and warehouse task 2 belongs to T020, and warehouse task 3 belongs to T030. So in the first level of sorting, so it will be always the activity area. So I just take this activity area as a consideration. So then I'm segregating, okay, between these 6 tasks. So the 4 would be going forward and the rest are left. So we will see what happens to those in later stages. And let us assume that the handling units which this warehouse task, okay, carrying would be like this. Task 1 is of 200 kilos, and 4 is of 400 kilos, and 5 is of 300, and 6 is of 100 kilos. And in the second level of sorting, so I would say that I would try to apply this item filter. I say whichever or less than 3000 kilos would be grouped together and the rest will be segregated out. So in this case, we have task 1 and 5 and 6. 4 is odd man out, right? So I'm taking it forward and this 4 will be kept out. And in the third level of sorting, I would say the limit, okay, I would like to apply the limit. I say the maximum of 2 warehouse tasks can be for single warehouse order. So in this case, so what I'm doing, I'm grouping together task 1 and 5 into one, and the other one would be in another warehouse order. So altogether, how many orders do we foresee? It will be warehouse order 1, 2, and 3. So altogether, we have 3 warehouse orders created, even though it belongs to same activity area. Okay. So what happened to this two tasks, that is task 2 and 3? So now what happens, you see that status, okay, we will be seeing the status here. So if you would have noticed in our previous transactions, even though you have not defined the creation rule, but still it creates a warehouse order. So how is that possible? That's where we see the status. So if you notice here, so I have created one, let's assume that I have created one creation rule with the name XX, so which are actually applied to these, okay, tasks which belongs to activity area T010. So here you see 1, 2, and 3, okay, and the other one will be shown as undetermined because the creation rule does have this activity area does have a creation rule, but it is not falling under the creation rule AZXX because it is failing at item filter. So in those cases, it will be showing up with the status called UNDE. That is basically an abbreviation is called of undetermined. And the other tasks, which are basically the one which are task 2 and 3, which we haven't defined any creation rule, like we have seen in our previous cases, those will be created with a warehouse order of status DEF, that is default. So you may see any of these three status, basically either it can be default if any of the creation rule is not defined, or it can be undetermined, that is it has the creation rule but it has not fallen under the criteria which has been created, or it will be the one which is determined. Okay, so this is very important. So as soon as you see somebody comes in, like in your project somebody comes in and asks why is this task has been not in this order, whereas order, so then you first have to, the first thing you have to see is the status, why it has not. So if it is undetermined, then you should understand that it has failed any one criteria. If it is default, then you should understand that somewhere the determination issue. Okay, in the first case itself it has failed to determine with that particular activity area. Clear?